Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome to Embracing Your Self-Worth Best. Are you acting on assumptions? Why are you preparing yourself not to win? Do you have motivating goals for your life? Now, in this motivational moment, you will recognize the barriers that keep you from progressing to achieve whatever you desire in life. Find out why a support system is beneficial. Hello to everyone who's just joining the broadcast. Text someone and let them know to tune in to this motivational broadcast that is giving you solutions to whatever has stopped you from living in confidence. I'm Gertrude Chapman, founder of Turning Point Enrichment, and I help people who are shattered regain their self-confidence, self-esteem, and self-worth to achieve their goals in life. And today, I'll be talking about overcoming walls of self-sabotage. Now, there are several factors that we're going to address that could contribute to self-sabotage. And, this is very important topic today because sometimes people don't even realize what they're doing to themselves. Even though you may look forward to a certain activity or goal, when the time comes, you don't participate or you make excuse. Has that ever happened to you? You had every intention to participate, but suddenly you had the overpowering feeling of quitting. And sometimes it's just a pounding feeling of, just quitting right there in the midst of, the most exciting time of your life. Now, this was something I struggled with. I struggled with this for years. I had worked on projects, giving it my best. And, when the time of the presentation arrived, I just couldn't bring myself to showcase my talent. I tossed and I turned, with those self-sabotaging moments for years. I would be excited about something and, when the time came, I backed out or felt like I was, I just didn't want to participate. Now, this was a tormenting time that, I was not proud of because I felt as a failure. Afterwards, it made me feel just that way, because I had prepared for it. When the time came, there was pressure. My heart was beating real fast. And, I know this happens to other people too, and I'm not the only one. And at that time, I felt like even though I had worked and I gave it my all, that my presentation was not good enough. How about looking forward to having fun at an event? You really looking forward, you excited about it, and then you get disappointed when these events, it don't turn out as you thought they would. You begin thinking that it was just a waste of time and you should have stayed home. Am I not speaking the truth? Let me give you this question. What would make you decide not to participate in something that, that you had prepared for? After all, this is something that you dreamed about. And now, at this point, it doesn't matter. You decide that you will do it later. It's not so important, but it was very much important. If that has ever happened to you, comment below in the comment section. You got to know this. Let me encourage you here that you have what it takes. Assumptions are real walls that are underlying feelings that you are not good enough because you are feeling inferior to others. Keep in mind that you are unique and in competition with no one. Remember, you're not for everybody, but you are for somebody. You have to remember that. Now, I share these tips because I have faced these things in the past, and I know how it felt and what I had to fight through just to be able to live unapologetically. I decided early on that I would share my story with others so they will have hope. Now, you might see me now, but you don't know what I've been through to get to this point. I'm telling you, it was a battle. It was a struggle. I would just freeze. If I only can help somebody, just one person, it's well worth these broadcasts. Let me ask you another question. Why set yourself up for failure before you even get started? That's a question to you. Put your answers in the comment section below. And if you don't, want to comment on, on the broadcast or anything like that, send me an email. thisisyourturningpoint@gmail.com. And, I promise I'll get back to you because I always answer my emails. And again, that's thisisyourturningpoint@gmail.com. Those self-defeating thoughts are buried in your subconscious mind, and they keep stopping you. Every time you get to a point, they stop you. Your mind needs to be transformed, just as mine was, before you could truly believe in yourself. You have to believe that, you're good enough. You work for it. You deserve it. Building your self-confidence should be your focus this year. Something else I want to mention to you. Name something that you have talked about, that you have talked yourself out of because of those self-sabotaging moments, those self-sabotaging thoughts. What have you ever talked yourself out of? It may have been, one of the greatest opportunities that you've been dreaming of all this, for years and years and years. And at this particular time, you just talk yourself out of it. This is the reason. And, put your comments below, or like I said, send it to my email. thisisyourturningpoint@gmail.com. This is the reason why you need a support system of like-minded individuals to hold you accountable and encourage you to press through those moments of facing those, horrible barriers. I know what it felt like. I know what you may be feeling right now. How can you assume that you can't when you have never given it a try? Another thing, concentrate on excellence and not perfection, because perfection is something that will hold people back, saying I'm not good enough, I'm not smart enough, I'm not this, I'm not that. Just give it your all. Do the best you can, and you'll learn from there. If you never try, you will never know whose life your life will impact or has impacted, because you dared to knock down those barriers and present the best you that only you have. You understand? You are unique. You're not like anyone else. Be that person who demonstrates their truth. Be unapologetic and never back down from an opportunity to impact lives. Now we come to the end of our broadcast, and I want to thank you for joining me and to join me again for another motivational broadcast. I'm Gertrude J. Chapman, founder of Turning Point in Richmond. Remember, this is your time, this is your season, this is your turning point. So have a great rest of the evening.